All right, welcome to another week of Ether Raids. Posting a bit late this week because I don't really have much to talk about for this couple of days until we get to the next banner, which is, as of today, Sunday the 23rd, and it's going to be at least 6 more days, maybe? Around that. It should be this week until we get another banner. Not much to really put up or talk about, so I'm just going to ramble a bit. You're going to just probably sit back and watch the matches, and we'll see where it goes from there. Overall, I don't even know if I'm going to post all of the matches this week, since I'm pretty sure everyone's probably just chilling on vacation, enjoying Thanksgiving for those who celebrate, and for those who don't, I don't know, you're probably stuck at work. That's what I used to do during the holiday period, since I used to work for a offshore company, so we worked all of the major holidays, because when they're holidaying, someone has to still be there to pick up the phone. So, it's beneficial in some cases, because when someone's sleeping, someone else is working. So there's always a job to do in that sense. So you're potentially always employed in a sense. Kind of like how there is, when it's summer in one part of the globe, it's winter in the other side. If you understand, if you go far enough south or north, depending on wherever direction you're going. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just rambling. I have no topics to talk about here. We're just going through the matches. Didn't really change much for this week. Still have not summoned on the banner to get $100 or Valley. Unfortunate. I have no orbs. I have 11 orbs as of this moment. I was fortunate, though, to finally pick up that Shez, the Ninja Shez. Granted, she is... Alright, minimal differences between Legendary Shez and her, but I have literally every other Shez copy, so I just felt like it was obligatory that I get this one. And I'm probably gonna fodder her for Comet at some point. Whenever I get like a fodder bank to put that on, I have no idea who that fodder bank will be, but I do think I'm gonna fodder her for Comet. Since a Legendary Shez pretty much plays the same role, and this is just a seasonal ult that you can use whenever not blessed. And like I was saying, limitations with range doesn't really cover that much of the map. You know how Yunaka covers all of the map? Yeah, this Shez doesn't do that. So it's difficult to get her in and out. Okay, that's probably something that I should consider. There was a match this week that I played. I don't know, maybe I'll talk over it and you'll see it later as a loss. I don't think it'll be out today. I don't know, maybe next week. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll save all the matches and release them throughout the week. Once there's something to talk about, I'll post them as we go along for the week, I guess. I don't know, maybe we'll see. I have the footage, I just don't know what to do with it. I just don't know what to do with it. You get to see the gameplay. Some of it's not the most entertaining, because some of them are pretty quick, and then actually some of them are actually quite long because of the core terrain. Stupid grass is still everywhere, and I just don't have a solution just yet. I'm contemplating giving the new Golveg, Ninja Golveg, the Flared Sparrow, and swapping out the A skill that she came with. What was it called again? The one that gives you the guaranteed follow-up. I thought she had full NFU, but she doesn't. She doesn't have Kanto either, so pairing her with Ninja Lucina is actually the right option for me. But yeah, I'm considering dropping that A skill. I forget what it's called, but another Sparrow maybe. It looks like a Sparrow skill. And swapping that out for Flared Sparrow, just to get the terrain alteration effect, so I can change it, because the grass is really annoying. You'll see one of the matches, I think, later on
at your command
this week, where I'm using the Golvig, and it's just so hard to maneuver around the map because of the terrain effect. But yeah, that's something that I'm considering. I don't know, man. I'm stalling here. It's a struggle. There's not much going on, man. We got Pawns of Loki recently, and then we got What do we get? Ooh, I made it to tier 11 in Ponzaloki, finally. Well, no, this is the second time. It's kind of easy this time around for whatever reason.
I request a match.
But with Black Knight and company, of course, because he's just made for that game mode. And Reflex, of course. And then right after that, we got what's that game mode called again? I'm actually enjoying it, even though it's just one turn. 1 to 2 turns the majority of the time. Man, what is the name of that game mode?
Maybe this way.
Rucker Sieges. Yes, that has finally come back, and just taking advantage of what's going on there. It's actually a ton of fun.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's still a ton of fun. I love how quick it is now. Granted, I was watching Tasho's video and he was saying, there's a lot of ways that they could adjust the difficulty of the game mode, increasing the HP cap seems like the most logical option at this stage. I tend to agree with him on that. The 200,000 damage is really, really, really easy to meet with any Shez. You can just put a Shez in there, GG's, you win, one turn. Shez and a couple of dancers, and then it's just that easy. Shez and Sharena, and it's just that easy.
Show me what you can do.
So yeah, the 200,000 damage cap, I think they should probably consider increasing that. And then, what else we got? In terms of trying to make it more difficult, I don't know, give the Ruckers some additional effects. I guess it's, mainly based on who is selected as the Rucker option, in terms of what they're capable of doing, but I feel like at this stage they can do a little bit more than the AoE damage, the chip damage. I think a little bit more can be attributed to them in terms of how they perform. But yeah, those are just a few thoughts about it. I mean, who knows? They might scrap the whole thing entirely after this one. Probably won't even see it again until the end of service. So I don't know. Let's see what they do with that. But it is still, in my opinion, at least, a fun game mode. It's pretty quick once you have Shez. But I mean, that's probably just how it is for now. Really, you don't even really need Shez. Any unit, the majority of units these days, these new gen units just do so much damage. Even the Brave Byleth, I was using him, and he just puts out a bunch of, even against the blue one, he did a bunch of damage. So yeah, it may take you a little bit longer, but it's still very much beatable, and probably definitely need some scaling in terms of for where we are now versus when it was originally created. It doesn't necessarily serve the same purpose, and I thought that was something that they resolved with the update that they did to it, but they looks like they missed the mark on that one. But yeah, who knows what will happen with it from here. We might just get a completely new game mode that replaces it, or we just never see it again. It's been so long before. This one's we're pretty much wrapping this up. Just a few more units to take out, and then we'll get the bots and get out of here. Overall, it was a pretty good week so far. I've lost at least 2 matches. I want to say 2 matches, I think, so far. I don't know if I'm going to go over all of them, but I don't know, man. I'm tired. I think maybe I'll bounce back for Ather season, but for now I'm just looking at the matches that have already been played, and it's pretty much just more of this. Gove, I have the new Yunaka, so there's a couple of matches in there with her. It's so sad that she doesn't have the stuff that the dagger one does.
We take on the task.
The swap thing, the distance swap. I've become so accustomed to doing it that every time she attacks and she just gets stuck now, it feels like it's like, why are you stuck? Why are you not moving after combat? We've become very, very spoilt with Kanto on literally everything now. It's kind of hard to go back to how the game was before Kanto. I don't think it's like, well, I mean, we could probably go back, but it's gonna suck. It's like Kanto is such a luxury to to have that going back to the days without Kanto. I'm not. That's not something that I'd be looking forward to. It's so very good to have now. I think if anything if there's any legacy that Legendary Sigurd has brought into the game and that has been something, I want to say positive. Was it even him that brought us the Kanto meta?
Got it.
Maybe it was on Range Flyers. I forget, but I can't remember who introduced the Kanto effect. But it's really good, man. I'm really glad it's in the game. So yeah, this one's done. Let's go through the next one. Okay, this is the second match. I think I won this one. I think this one was one. Oh no. Yeah, I won this one. I think I did. So this was the Yunaka matchup, or one of the first matches with Yunaka. I think I played at least 3 so far. Yeah, like I was saying, without the Kanto thing that the aided Yunaka has, this Yunaka feels like a little bit of a... Like, I keep expecting her to do the same thing, but she just doesn't do it. Yes, she's a powerful unit, but not having the Kanto swap is a massive drawback in my opinion. I thought they would like build that into her kit, but yeah, it's not the same. It's dissimilar. Still good, but I actually think I prefer aided Yunaka. In all honesty, the disarm trap for one, and then the swap effects are, at least in Ether raids, I want to say, highly valuable assets to have. And the fact that this Yunaka doesn't have those two things makes her less valuable in my eyes. I think it's probably really good for defense because of how much range she... Well, you know, the same reasons that the other aided Yunaka was good on defense. They both have the similarities there, but this one just hits harder. That has been my experience thus far. She does very well against Jimbro, and sometimes kind of okay against PK as well. Although more consistent against Jimbro and red, my apologies, green units. She typically does really well against those two things. So I haven't been struggling with combat into those particular unit types. This marks yet another week that I have not played SDS, which is, I think I'm down to Diamond B now. Well, actually, I don't even know if the rank is going up or down, but last time I checked, that was where I was. So I guess it's not that far off. You know, I could make a push if I do ever, or whenever I do go back. But oh man, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired, man. And I also just can't be bothered to. I'm just waiting for us to get out of this Camilla meta. Whenever Camilla is over, then maybe I'll consider getting back into it. But I can't use Sita, and it makes me quite sad. But I think by then Sita probably just won't be usable once we get to that spot. Granted, you know, there's probably ways that I could figure out how to get her into the game and, you know, play around her. But at that stage, you're really just forcing it and building a team to supplement one unit, and you kind of don't want to do that if you're being competitive in Summoner Duel. You want to have each unit have a specific purpose. So, you know, that's just more cons than pros when it comes to Sita these days, which is unfortunate because, you know, she was so good for me for a long time. I'm probably going to keep her there. I don't see myself plus 10ing any new units. Like, IS has made pretty much every old unit unvaluable or invaluable. No, invaluable. I think that has a different connotation. They've decreased the value of pretty much every old unit, so there's no like real reason to plus 10 anything anymore, which I'm sure everyone is already aware of. But, you know, just a reminder, it's kind of pointless to plus 10 anything. Like, looking back, like, I'm looking at these Black Friday deals, and I'm like, man, the only reason I'd be summoning on these banners is probably just for the arts. And Lapis, actually, I would still love to get that Summer Lapis. It's not happening. I tried, but it didn't work out with what few orbs I had. And then yeah, I have quite a few of the units that are already there, but then even if I didn't have them, I don't think I would summon for them because I don't actually use them in my barracks. I have the Celica. I don't use her really. I've been trying to figure out where to play her. Can't put her on defense because she just dies, and offense because of the one action is, you know, I mean, she could come in as a cleanup unit, but she doesn't really have the greatest killing power unless you partner her with BK or some type of reflex support, which there aren't that many options to get that yet. So yeah, kind of a big skip there. And then probably the only one that would be valuable to me would be the Veronica, but again, I already have the Veronica and I don't need merges on her, or she doesn't necessarily need merges, and there's no point to give them to her.
Together.
So yeah, most of these Black Friday deal banners are kind of like whatever. Old units have no value. The only old units that I like, in my opinion, have value: BK and Camilla. Those two are still holding up. I guess there are some unique cases. Like, I still think Bernadetta has a place. Brave Bernadetta. But aside from that, they're really just, you're better off just summoning for whatever is new. And then a lot of the times, whenever the new thing comes out, it's probably just not that great anyway, so you can just skip it and wait for something else new to come out. So yeah, that's been my experience so far when it comes to summoning. I just haven't been in that groove to summon for units. So yeah, this was the one time that I think I used it one more time. I used the old Unaka team just because of the mobility. It was great just zooming around the map and being able to step on traps. I really hate traps, but I understand their value, and from a defense perspective, they need to be there to slow down your opponent. But now there's just so many other things that slow them down as well. It's just a combination of things at this point.
You're dead.
Yeah, this one's also done. GG's. I don't know if I'll do another video this week, but you'll see it if it comes out.